Hello, America, and welcome to Bridging the Gap. And I'm your host, George G. Money Willis. And it's another wonderful day. And we've been talking about family, man. I have to really hit this home because we're losing our little boys, man. We're losing our young men. And I think personally, one of the reasons we're really losing our young men is because the men are not participating. The fathers are not involved in the kid's life. First of all, ladies, put your personal feelings aside. Quit worrying about child support and worry about your child. I'm not saying, guys, you shouldn't be responsible. You should be. You're less than a man if you're not willing to take care of something that you created. And one day you're going to have to stand in front of the judgment of Christ, and you're going to be judged on what you did in that earthly body. We talked about that, okay? But you ladies, you need to allow the men to participate in these kids' lives. And men, you need to participate. Guys, where are you? What are you doing? Quit worrying about what you need to get and quit worrying about cars and houses and material things. And start focusing on family. If you are man enough to lay down and have this kid, then be man enough to be a father. Don't be a daddy. Be a father. You know, you have organizations out there like Big Brother, Big Sisters, the Boys and the Girls Club, the school counselors and all that. That's well and good. But nothing substitute the ability of a father to communicate with his son. Okay? You can't keep depending on the school to raise your children. And quit letting the TV raise your kids. They are talking about why these kids are so violent. Everything on TV is violent. All these games are violent. It's either sex, drugs, rock and roll, or violence. Okay, so what do you expect? A man is what he thinks about all day long. So if you're feeding these kids such negative images, especially black kids, you're feeding them negative images about themselves, then you got all these violent images on TV, okay, then what do you expect? But it's not just black kids, white kids too. Meth is going through the white community like crazy, like crack did in the black community, okay? So, and I read the last time from the book, Why Do Boys Fail? Not only the black boys are failing, the white boys are failing too. Do you know that the girls are increasing 30 to 35% each year in school over the boys? They're growing. The guys are dropping out more and more and more. And the girls are passing. After a while, everything's going to be ran by a female. Nothing against female, but who's going to be at home? What are you going to do, guy? Put on a skirt? Put on an apron? No, you're not. You're not there now. So we got to reverse this, guys. We can't depend on Obama. We can't depend on the Congress and the mayor and all that stuff. It ain't their job. It's your job. If it's your son, it's your job. Do something. You know I have to read from the greatest book in the world, right? I'm going to read from 1 Timothy 5, verse 8. But those who won't care for their relatives, especially those in their own households, have denied the true faith. Such people are worse than unbelievers. So the Bible said if you're not taking care of your family, you're worse than an unbeliever. How do you expect to go to heaven? And, you know, Jesus said, in my Father's house, there's many mansions. We all want that mansion. But it's going to be all dependent upon what you do here. And right now, we are in a crisis situation with our kids. We are. See, and they're not fearing jail. They don't fear that because they're already living in hell. See, they have started to think that their strength is in their fists. The strength is in a gun. Okay? But really your strength is in your mind. You remember Muhammad Ali? You know why he won? You know why he did the rope-a-dope? Because he used his mind. He won with his mind, not with his hands. If you look at his body, he was not no Mike Tyson, but he won because he was smart. And let me say this, last but not least. Guys, there are so many boys dropping out of school on drugs, selling drugs, in jail, or gay. Okay, nothing against gay people. But if you got all those 5 strikes against majority of the boys that are coming up nowadays, how much more valuable will you be if you stay in school, if you don't do drugs, if you don't go to jail, if you don't sell drugs, and if you're not gay and not having unprotected sex or not having sex at all? Wait till you get married. What happened to that? So guys, come on, men, okay? Reignite yourself into the family. Ladies, let them be a man, all right? Give them a chance. Guys, you have the open door. Your kids are screaming for you. They're yelling, okay? Do something. We're going to create a blog where we're going to let kids come and say how they feel, okay? Go to GeorgeWillisMinistries.org. We're going to create a blog where you guys can talk to kids. And we're not using profanity, okay? And don't abbreviate everything. If you can't spell it, Google it. Duh. Or get a dictionary. I had one right here somewhere. You know, books are powerful. Knowledge is power. Okay? So we're going to continue to bridge the gap.